Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Tonight, we're going again to visit one of my top breweries. We're going to go visit Burial Beer Company. We're going to have Grasping at Infinite Outcomes. It's out of Asheville, North Carolina. Stick around, you don't want to miss this one.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give your unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. I've got the gang back together. We are all here. All of us. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What are we drinking on tonight?
So this is a Burial Beer Company. It's part of the Dream Candy series called Grasping at Infinite Outcomes. It's a Tippa. I always love their can art, So,
And we
this
have
one's
deduced.
a little heavy.
Yes, we have deduced this. We cannot get this to scan.
No, it won't scan, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So this is one that was picked up directly from the brewery in November and brought back here. I have had one of these, so I will forewarn you. And
Are you trying to say you're going last? Is that what your forewarning is about?
I wasn't saying anything in particular.
Well, I'll tell you about the warning after we cheers and toast.
Okay.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
In
Cheers,
shot.
mates.
There you go. Ben, you all right?
Yeah.
You okay, Ben? Something happened there? You sure?
Well, just a touch bitter.
What? Touch? This is touchless car wash. That's what this is. There's no bitter. So grasping at infinite outcomes. It's a Tippa, Ben. 10%. Triple IPA. Hazy triple IPA. And only 32 IBUs. But that wasn't the warning. Take another big tug on that. See what you think. Now, ready? This is our first beer infused with THC. Haha, joke's on you.
Is it?
No,
it's not.
Yeah.
Like, no. That doesn't fit for the group we have here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and it wouldn't fit, period. You know
Right.
better.
Exactly. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
We can't do that here on this show.
Yeah. You had me for a second because I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Joke's on you. No, it's 10%. It is double dry hopped. That's why it's so wonderful. With Amarillo, Crush T90, and Cryo hops. The taste, this is fun, and I kind of agree with it. Candied peach rings floating on a pool of cotton candy Faygo and drizzled in rainbow notes.
I love their descriptions. I mean, it's just like the names of their beer. I mean, between the beer naming, the can art, and the descriptions, they do a good job.
When I was going through their beers that they have available or their new releases, I like the one that said, "One of us will have to bury the other."
Was it like two owners or something?
I don't know. Well, there's more than two. I'm going to get into that. Don't rush me, Ben. Let's talk about them. Yeah. But candied peach rings floating on a pool of cotton candy Faygo and drizzled in rainbow notes.
It's mighty tasty.
Taste that again.
Candied peach rings.
I mean, do you think they come up with that after they actually make the beer and taste it? Do you think they just randomly throw something
No,
out there and they say, "Hey, this is what it kind of tastes like"?
no, they come up with it after the fact.
So we've done a good bit of burial. We've been very fortunate. Burial Beer Company's out of Asheville, North Carolina. It's a microbrewery founded in 2013. They have 4 tap rooms in Asheville, actually, one in Charlotte and then one in Raleigh. They came to be as 3 friends out of Seattle. They wanted to open a brewery. They found an old transmission shop, which was the original brewery and tap room with the 1-barrel system there in Asheville. I don't know if you'll remember times past. They were in Seattle, but they had to figure out a place to do this, and they figured out there was in Asheville was the place. The brewery and the brand were inspired by their time in New Orleans. 2 of the 3 were brothers, and that's where they had lived. And burial is then the idea, the concept is based on a celebration of life through funeral processions. And in New Orleans, they're parades. And they celebrate life's fleeting moments with mindfulness and introspection. Some view a burial as a necessary step to reach the afterlife. They celebrate the things that have passed, the things that still are, and the things that will be again.
Cheers.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
I like this beer.
So good.
All right.
Still thinking about that, Ben?
I was thinking you had something else to say, but
No, I'm done with the saying.
that's it. Okay.
So yeah, we've done a handful. I mean, we had the squishy not squishy incident with Surf Wax. I think we finally did review Surf Wax.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
ironically, I was in North Carolina last week, and I picked up a 4-pack of Burial, one of their IPAs, and a 6-pack of Surf Wax, just because it's great. But so
And it wasn't squishy, correct?
none of them are squishy. No, it's great. So, and I noted this was part of the Dream Candy series.
Mm-hmm.
We're not certain exactly what that is. If Burial would like to elaborate, but we've had ones in the past that have been part of that. I think that's part of the base that they use for this particular type of IPA. Might be some of the hops or things like that. But when we did, we reviewed some that was part of their NOX series for their 10-year anniversary, and that's where some of the Dream Candy ones came in.
Yeah, because I remember reading there was a Dream Candy beer on their site about there was a collaboration beer too, and then they advertised the Dream Candy series, but they didn't explain very much.
When we get together again, we need. I have several sours and stouts and some cellarable beers from them in 500 and 750 milliliter bottles. We need to take some time and review one of those.
Yeah.
The next
When
time
are we gonna make that happen?
are together.
Yeah, when are we gonna make that happen?
I mean, you're the one with the pub shed.
Come on over. Anytime. I will lock the door and not let you in. Anytime. So come on up.
Review from the outside. I'll just get on my phone.
All right.
The window.
So Ben, since you struggle with this one, I'm going to let you review first.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to let you do it.
Thank you, Jay. So the first couple of sips for me were a little bit bitter. I mean, they wasn't anything off the charts. I was surprised to hear that the IBU was only 38. I think you said
32.
32. So just had a little bit of bitter on the back end, but again, not terrible. It's kind of mellowed out. I've had a few more sips. I definitely give Burial props for making beer that doesn't taste like anything else out there, at least that I've had. Let's put it that way. I mean, they give a description, and you start to take a sip and think about what they are describing, and you're like, I could get there, right? It definitely has a sweetness to it that makes you think of the candy and the peach and all that cotton candy. It's really, really interesting how it all blends together into a beer. 10%. I think this one to me does feel like it's up there. And I mean, it's definitely a full mouthful for me. But I think it's really, really interesting because again, it's not like anything else that we've tried. I'm kind of on the fence on where to go with this one. Is it my favorite burial beer? No, but I think it's so dang interesting. I'm going to give it that half a little bit higher than I'm going to go with the higher score here. And for me, it's 7.5. I think it's a fun beer. I drink it again at 10%. I wouldn't drink it often, but I would have it again. Andy, Jay's had it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're up.
I'm going to start with
last sip in.
I might do another sip, but I'm going to start with this amazing can art. So
it's just awesome.
If you start here, it's a glass that's turned over and it's pouring out, and it looks like it turns out into a wave. But then when you look at this, it's a face, and above the glass, or above the liquid line, I mean, it's a face, but then it turns into a skull below the liquid line. And it's got a skewer with fruit, and it comes through at the base out of the other eye as a snake. And then I'm guessing this is a glass with a swan stem, grasping at infinite outcomes. I don't know. This is some strange, trippy fever dream. And I don't know how to interpret it, but I like it. I don't mind being confused by it. It's just cool to look at. So some crazy art.
Maybe
like
the swan recognizes the rebirth. I don't know.
Yeah, other burial labels we've been able to look at and kind of get an idea about. But they are, in terms of can art, my favorite brewery.
They are pretty awesome.
I can say with that without a doubt. So let's get to the beer. Based on their fun description, you can pull out peach, a sweet peach, and it is smooth, but that fluffy, that cotton candy Faygo, so it's a little orange citrus on it, but it is not like, it's fluffy. It is pillowy citrus with a sweet peach to it. I guess I'm smitten with this beer. It's really good. It's easily 8.5. I was almost 9, but 8.5. That good. It could have been 8.75, but
we don't do that here.
We don't do that.
We don't map that well.
And I am completely aligned with you on this one, Andy. It is a mighty fine beer. Burial did a great job with it. I've had it once before because this is a 4-pack. I think I probably had it a month or so ago. And I was in love from the first sip on it. I mean,
love it first sip.
I hear Ben saying it has bitter, but to me, it's not bitter on that first sip. That's Ben. Ben is the bitter detector for all of us.
He's just bitter.
It's gone away.
Crotchety, negative.
Oh yeah, it completely mellows.
Yeah.
But you you described this thing perfectly, Andy. I mean, the peach sweetness, the pillowy citrus. You're so
To
eloquent. I mean,
nap in it. I'm gonna drown
um,
myself in it. Come back as a swan.
to me, yes, it seems heavy, but I don't know that I would absolutely say that I could detect it's 10%, except for they pump that sweetness up to make it there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I agree with you, Ben. I mean, this is not something you can sit here and have two or three of these. I mean, you'd be on the floor quick. It's one if you're only having a beer or two, maybe have one of these and then switch to a filler beer or something. But it's great, and their can art is fantastic. I've always loved it, and the brewery. We've talked about that in the past. I mean, the main brewery tap room in downtown Asheville. They've got the mural of Chunk from the Goonies with
Mm-hmm.
his arm around Tom Selleck, and it's just like, come on, it's great. I've always wanted to go to and haven't been able to, but every October they do a brew fest. They bought a area called Forestry Camp, and that's where their main brewery is. It's an old forestry area, and they do a beer festival where they invite 50 to 60 other breweries on top of their beer, and they'll have music come in and they do a VIP special type arrangement. But it's where you can go around and sample all the different beers from all the different breweries. And if you do the VIP option, you get like additional ones that they do, plus additional ones that some of the others do. And I think you get like two or three of those stout or sour type bottles they make specially for that event. So uh, I've been wanting to do that for a while. It's called Burn Pile is their main event, uh, and I haven't seen anything on it this year, but it's always in October, I'd love to make that a trip one day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Let's talk to them. Put in a ticket.
I
Request.
mean, Asheville would be such a tough destination for us because Asheville's kind of like a mecca for craft breweries. So I don't know how we'd pick and choose, and if we did something like that, you're blowing your load in one shot. So it's an 8.5 for me too, Andy.
Yeah.
I mean,
beer wise. Yeah.
yes, beer wise, yeah. So.
But that I think that is an actual beer that Burial has made. So
probably.
Yeah. 8.5. Woo woo, Ben, you're just a loser. You go away. 7.5. Get in the 7.5 closet where this is the big boy 8.5 room.
And thus is why you won't be allowed in the pub shed.
Get down. I see like right in there that little, and to your bottom right. Yeah, that looks like your little space.
It's where I sleep at night.
Yeah.
That is going to be an 8.2 for the Grasping at Infinite Outcomes from Burial Beer Company, Asheville, North Carolina. Definitely a very interesting beer. Definitely very interesting can art, as you can see there. But a fun beer to try. If you've had it, let us know what you think down in the comments. We got a lot of links down below in the description, so check those out. We've got our Hopped Up Beer Review merch. We've got our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. We've got some glassware that we showcase on the show. Lots of things down there. Check all that out. Social media sites, MySpace has really been getting a lot of views lately.
Blowing it up.
Go check that out. We're huge on MySpace. We've got our top 10 there, if you remember doing that. So, but yeah, check all that out, and we'll see you on the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. A like would go a long way, and we're trying to make it to 500 subs by the end of 2025. If you have not subbed and you've watched this video this far, that'd be fantastic. Brandy and the Attic and Jay, I've been. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.